Hi everyone, today we are on lesson 6.2 in your colored math book, and that is on page 231. What we are going to do today is we are going to generate equivalent fractions. So the question asks, how can you use multiplication to find equivalent fractions? So let's go to unlocking the problem. All right. The question that they want us to answer is, Patty needs 3/4 cup of dish soap to make homemade bubble solution. Her 1 cup measuring cup is divided into 8ths. What fraction of the measuring cup should Patty fill with dish soap? So let's underline the question, what they're asking. They're asking what fraction of the measuring cup should Patty fill with dish soap? What information do I know? I know that she needs 3/4 of a cup of dish soap. All right, they're going to walk me through this step by step. So let's see what they have for step 1. Step 1, compare 4ths and 8ths. So they made this handy dandy little chart for me. Here, this chart, they broke up into 4ths. They broke it up into 4ths. So this would be 1/4 that they've highlighted in green. 1/4, which has 1 part. Then what they did, oh, sorry, I have to get my other tool, is they broke it up into 8ths. So now how many sections are green? 2/8. When it was broken up into 4ths, I had 1 section, which was 1/4. Now I have 8ths, which is 2/8. Remember, they're all equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all equal. And when it turns into 8ths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're all equal parts. Let's see what the next question wants me to do. You need blank 8ths size parts to make 1/4 size part. So here is the 1/4, the little green section. I only needed 1 of those. But when I turn it into 8ths, how many sections do I need? I need 2. 1 section, 2 sections. But when it's 4ths, it's only 1 section. But when it turns into 8ths, now it is 2 sections. Patty needs, the same question again, 3/4 cup of dish soap to make homemade bubble solution. Her 1 cup measuring cup is divided into 8ths. What fraction of the measuring cup should Patty fill with the dish soap? So we're going to underline it again. Whoops. I should have underlined this in the last one too, because we know it's in 8ths. All right, step 2. Find how many 8ths you will need to make 3/4. All right, so here's 3/4. There is how many total sections there? 4, and how many are shaded in green? 3. So that is 3/4 right there. Remember, that's exactly what I need. But remember, when you turn it into 8ths, each one of these split in half. So now each one of these is now 2. So how many total sections do I have in this whole thing? I have 8 total sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how many are green? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Whoa, little too low. 6. So those are equivalent fractions. To show you a trick for what they do here, remember at the beginning they told you how can using multiplication help you find what's equivalent? Well, all they did was they multiplied also. They multiplied this by 2. 4 times 2 equals 8, and they multiplied this by 2. 3 times 2 equals 6. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. I will say this through this whole lesson. When you are doing multiplication like this with the fractions, whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. So they took 4 times 2 equals 8, and then 3 times 2 equals 6. Because look, when they did this, they just doubled it. Split it all in half, which would be multiplying it by 2. Let's go to the next little part. So you need blank 1/8 size parts to make 3/4 size parts. You need how many parts? Right here, or right here, all these green. 6/8 size parts to make 3/4 size parts. So Patty should fill 6/8. Sorry, I had to squeeze it in. 6/8 of the measuring cup with dish soap. Remember, that is her measuring cup. So she's going to fill it all the way up to right here, which would be 3/4 or 6/8. They're both equivalent fractions. Let's try one more section. So write an equivalent fraction. Here's the little trick I just showed you right here. 1/2 equals 2/4. 1/2 equals 2/4. 1 times 2 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. So now what are they multiplying it by? I think I can go grab these right here. 1/2 equals something 6th. Well, they multiplied this by 3. So it would be 3. Because they're multiplying 1 times 3 equals 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. So make sure you are multiplying it by the same exact number. Let's try another one. How many total pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 total pieces, so that's my total. What are they multiplying it by? 2 times what equals 8? 2 times 4 equals 8. I did the bottom because I already knew that one very easily. Remember, whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. Or whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So I multiplied this by 4, so I need to multiply this by 4. 1 times 4 equals 4. And 4/8 is what's shaded. 4 out of 8 is what's shaded. Let's do one more. How many total pieces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is 10 total pieces. So I'm going to put 10 down here. And I'm going to think 2 times what equals 10? 2 times what equals 10? 2 times 5 equals 10. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. Whatever I do to the top, I have to do to the bottom. So I just multiplied the bottom by 5, so now I need to multiply the top by 5. 1 times 5 equals 5. So 5/10 of my pie is shaded green. Or 5/10 is shaded blue. Because this is exactly in half, so you could say it either way. So let's fill this in. These are all equivalent fractions. They are all equal. 1/2 equals 2/4, which equals 3/6, which also equals 4/8, which also equals 5/10. They're all equivalent fractions. So now we know that multiplying can help us to find equivalent fractions. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye, everyone.